I don't know why you scare me to death, and most of you I know. But this is not my natural habitat, to stand up in front of people and talk. And I've been trying to think, that's the only picture I ever had taken that I looked good in. And so I was tickled to get that one put on the plaque. I've been trying to think of what I could say that would be meaningful, profound. And I can't think of a thing because I'm not profound. I'm Bonnie Gividen, and you all know that. I've been here for a long, long time. I'm going to read some of this or I'm going to get confused and probably cry. I was born January the 31st, 1930, a whole bunch of years ago, to Floyd and Lola Dunn Cryer, way back in the piney woods of East Texas. I had a normal childhood growing up as a young girl in a sawmill town, along with being the only Mormon for miles and miles around. When World War II started in 1941, our folks moved to Beaumont, where my father worked in a shipyard as an electrician. In my teen years, I worked for S.H. Kress, which was the beginning of places like Shopko and Kmart's and some of these other places. And I also worked as a telephone operator for a couple of years. During that time, I lived at the YWCA. It was a Christian place for girls to live that were away from home in school or working, and they let me stay there because my family had to move up country to take care of some elderly family members. Are you bored yet?
No!
Okay. After the war, Harold went on a church mission to Texas where we met, and that's where we fell in love. And our courtship was extremely unusual since he was a missionary and he was a counselor to the mission president, and so there was no chance for a courtship. So whatever it was extremely unusual. Now, I'm not of Utah pioneer stock, but I feel like I'm a pioneer anyway. When I was 18, I left my home and my friends and my family, and I crossed 1,500 miles of desert and wasteland to get out here. So in a way, I understood what the pioneers went through. Much of this country was hot and desolate wasteland. When we came down out of Spanish Fork Canyon, and my husband-to-be turned to me and said, when we came into the valley, he says, "This is the place." And I knew exactly how those pioneers felt, because all of a sudden, this was going to be my home. And it was going to be up to me what I did about it, whether I was happy or whether I was not happy. But just so you know, that 50 years ago, when I came into this valley, to me it was a God-forsaken wasteland compared to what I had lived in before. I got to make sure not lose my train of thought. We were married in the Salt Lake Temple in September of 1948, over 50 years ago, and there have been so many wonderful things that have happened to us since I've been here. We have 7 beautiful children, 3 boys and 2 girls. 3 boys and 4 girls, that makes 7. And the biggest share of them are kind of right in here. We have one wee one that's buried down in the Evergreen Cemetery. And as of now, we have 39 grandchildren, and our first great-grandchild is on the way. And you know what? Miracle of miracles, I know all their names and all their birthdays. So maybe there's some life left in the old girl yet. Most of our children and grandchildren live in the area, so they are in and out of our place all the time. And we love every minute of the noise and the food and the confusion and the food and the happy voices and the food. I've held many callings times in the church, but mostly my time's been spent in supporting Harold in all of his many callings and trying to get these children all raised up to be happy, responsible grown-ups. Now, as to the things that I really enjoy doing, of course, the gospel and Harold and the kids and the grandkids are at the very top of my like-most list. Next, I love acting. Can you believe that? How's that grab you? I think I miss my calling. If I hadn't have loved being married and a family so much, I could have easily been an actress. I enjoy my flowers and the yard and gardening, and believe it or not, I really, really like to hoe. When I feel like breaking plates or screaming and hollering out of frustration, I get the hoe. And I can just hoe through my place and get rid of all that pent-up stress. I love a lot of things. I tie lots of quilts. I still do lots of canning. I write poetry. And I thrive on feeding crowds of people, whether they're expected or unexpected. And I love being happy and positive, no matter what. You know, if you let stress drag you down, you miss a lot in life. So no matter what your stress is, you can be happy anyway. What is that song? Don't worry, be happy. Well, that's the way I feel. A big part of being happy is living here in Mapleton. Mapleton's a good town. We're the old timers here. A lot of you are new, but Mapleton is a good town, and it's been good to me, and it'll be good to you. By the way, if you need a smile or a hug or just a sit in the shade and visit time, come on over to our place, okay? Thank you.